Yes, good afternoon. Sava here from Football Heritage TV. Happy Sunday to everyone, and I hope everybody is well. It's the day after the game before Tottenham Hotspur are top of the league, but are fans getting carried away? Are fans too negative, or as always, does it live somewhere in the middle rather than here, rather than there? Does it live somewhere in the middle here? Now, yesterday was a very frustrating day for me because I felt that what I was trying to say wasn't quite actually being listened to. And one of the things that I hate as being somebody who I think is quite level headed and doesn't get carried away with the whole just get on board, we're winning the league. Just because I don't do that is I get told I'm negative. Cool. You can call me negative. From now on, call me negative. It's fine. I hear this every year. Every time Spurs start doing well, when people told me we were going to win the league under Poch twice, and I didn't think we would, and we didn't. Yeah, I was negative then. When I was told we were going to win the league under Harry Redknapp, I was told I was negative then. When I was told we were going to win the league under Jose when we were top in December, I was told I was negative then. Last year, when Antonio Conte gave us the best start to a Premier League season ever, and I was told I was negative then. So I'll take it again this year. It's kind of part and parcel. What happens is people confuse, they conflate arguments. They confuse, yes, I'm happy. Yes, I'm really happy with what's happened. 8 games, no defeats, top of the table for the time being at least. Of course I'm happy. Of course, the guy is doing a brilliant job. But don't conflate that with saying I'm negative because I don't think we're going to win the title. There's two very different things. And I'd like to think that football fans are mature enough to understand the difference. Yeah? There's a difference. It's like me saying, oh my God, I really fancy Margot Robbie, but I can't go out with her. That's not me saying I don't want to go out with Margot Robbie. If the wife's watching, apologies. It's not me saying I don't want to go out with Margot Robbie. It ain't happening. So, look, now we've got that analogy aside. First of all, what do I think of Spurs so far? I think Spurs have played some good football this year. I think we've played some bad football this year. And I think that we have rode our luck at times whilst also making our own luck. We have got rid of curses, if you want to call them that, of not losing to Liverpool, not losing to Arsenal away, beating Man United at home. Sure. We are scoring goals, yep. But the same fans now that are calling me negative are the fans that were telling me we were getting relegated or going to be in the bottom half when Kane was sold. And I remember I got loads of stick at the time saying, I don't mind if Kane goes. I wasn't one of the ones worried about Kane going. And I got stick for that. Oh, you don't understand. You don't this. Now, what I thought would happen has happened, that we are still scoring goals. I'm negative. So you can't win. What I've learned, and listen, I'm here to say what I've learned. And yet, yesterday I lost my temper a bit, and I'm sorry for that. But what I've learned is whatever you say, people will find a way to tell you you're wrong. Yeah. All the people talking about title challenges, talking about winning a title. Cool. I'm not here to stop you doing that. I think, again, this is another conflated argument where I think just because I don't think we're going to win it, sure, you're entitled to it. But don't call me negative because I don't think we're in a title challenge. Don't call me negative because I don't think we're going to win a league. I look at the obvious. I look at the reality. Now, yes, people want to get hyped up and people want to believe and dream. No problem with that. But then don't mock me for living in reality. Had Spurs have gone out this summer and got in another forward that isn't Richarlison, had we gone and got another midfielder that can replace Maddison when he's injured, had we gone and got another couple of centre-halves, a top fullback to replace Porro or Dogu when they're injured or suspended, I'm sitting here going, yeah, I like that depth. We can win this title. Unfortunately, and people might want to not believe, we didn't do that. We didn't. We made some great signings. Van der Ven, great signing, great start to his Tottenham career. Again, still young, still growing. People throwing so much expectations on him already. Yeah. James Maddison, exceptional signing. A player I've wanted for years. Has completely changed the way we attack. But again, what if he gets injured? What if we remove him? So again, I just try and keep my feet on the floor. And I'm trying to be as calm and as level-headed about this as possible. Other fan bases see it. They say, yeah, you're being sensible about Spurs because we've all seen the history. Spurs fans calling me negative, I don't quite understand it. So the title of my show is Spurs will qualify for Europe. I truly believe we will. Now, I was 50-50 about whether we would definitely qualify for Europe before the season started, but expectations have changed. Now, expectations have changed for me from there to there, not from there to, oh my God, we're better than Man City, we're winning this title. Do I think we'll get Europe? Yes. I think we're definitely shoehorned in for a Europa League position. Worst case scenario, Conference League. Now, do I think we can get top four, maybe fifth, if that gets you Champions League? Yes, I do. I do think we can. Will we? Depends on a number of factors. But do I think it's possible? Absolutely, it's possible. Absolutely, it is possible. But there is 30 games to go. There's a very long way. There are going to be suspensions. There are going to be injuries. And I don't think, it's only my personal opinion, don't knock me, I don't think we've got the players capable of stepping up and stepping in. Now, for when people now tell him we have, these are the same players that everyone hated last season. So for me, I think we need to temper. We need to keep our feet on the ground. Well, that's what I'll be doing. You guys run away with it. Guys and girls, you run away with it. We're going to win the league. Can we win it? I think we're winning it. We're in a title challenge. Cool. Go for it. I'm not stopping you. I'm not mocking you. I just don't think that we are there yet. I think it's been a brilliant start to the season. Ange has dumbfounded the naysayers that said he's only from Celtic. All these people now talking about Ange. He's the best manager. We're winning a title. These were fans and YouTubers in the summer saying they didn't want him. What's he done? And in 8 games, it's gone from there to there. So forgive me if I'm not knee-jerk. Forgive me if I don't change my opinion every 30 seconds. Surely that's to be respected and admired, no? There are so many positives. At the moment, there's not many negatives. My negatives at Spurs are that I don't think that outside of Son, we've got a goal scorer. I don't think Kulu's a massive goal threat. I don't think Richarlison, I don't think he's any goal threat. I don't think Solomon's a massive goal threat. Brennan Johnson's best season ever is 8. He might come good, I don't know. Brian Hill, is he a massive goal threat? So outside of Son and Maddison, I don't see a huge goal threat. So that's a negative for me, and the depth in the squad. Other than that, the positives are amazing. And people seem to never listen when I talk about the positives. Most people will watch this video now and they will hear me saying we can't win a league title and forget all of these positives I'm about to say. The goalkeeper looks brilliant. All the people that got on his back, all of a sudden now just praising him. It's like, it's amazing how quickly people flip. Udogie's been brilliant. Porro been brilliant. Not so much yesterday. I thought he was, yesterday I thought he struggled, but Porro's been brilliant. Van der Ven's been brilliant. Romero stepped up to the plate. Still some icky decisions from him and Van der Ven at times, but it's a new partnership that's played together for 8 games. Basuma's been brilliant, apart from the blip yesterday. Maddison's been sensational. Sonny, going through the middle, has got his goal-scoring form back. There's so many positives. Grinding out games where we're not playing well. We haven't played well for a while, in my opinion. Grinding out those wins. Positives, positives, positives. But that doesn't mean I have to automatically say we're going to win a title. So for me, I'm going to keep my feet on the ground. I think we can have a great season. At the moment, if you're going to push me, I'd say 4th or 5th. 4th definitely is there. But when we look at this table, the reason why I don't go immediately to the reason why I don't immediately go to the ridiculous is if we're in a title race, then so are Brighton, so are Villa, so are Liverpool, so are Arsenal, so are Man City. And I just don't think you can have a title race on the 8th of October. There's 5 points that separate us and them and Brighton in 6th. And those teams have all got to play today, by the way. We're the only team in the top 8 that's played 8 games. So if we're in a title race, they're all in a title race. And that's why I wait and see, where are we at 20 games in? When we get to January, where are we? Cool. We're in the pack. Right. What do we do in January? So I'm not going to apologize for keeping my feet on the ground. I'm not going to apologize for not being knee-jerk. I'm not going to apologize for flip-flopping on Postecoglou like 90% of the YouTubers out there that now all think he's great. 90% of the YouTubers that all now, oh, Vicario, he's rubbish. He's not Raya. He can't catch. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, Vicario is brilliant. 90% of the people who didn't want Van der Ven, they wanted Tapsoba. Now he's brilliant. Forgive me for not doing this at the drop of a hat. consistency and context. Enjoy it. It's brilliant. We're going well. I want to see how we cope when we have some bad games. I want to see what happens when we lose a couple. I want to see what happens when Maddison gets injured for 3 or 4 games and we've got no creativity. I want to see what happens when Son is out for 4 or 5 games and we've got no goal scorer. I want to see what happens when Van de Ven or Romero is out and Eric Dyer has to play at centre-half for 4 or 5 games. Now, that's not me being negative. That's reality. So will we get Europe? Yes, definitely. Are the expectations unfair on Ange? I think so. I think he's going to be a victim of his own success at this rate, because the moment we drop off, all these fans that are talking about title challenges, their expectations are going to be there. And then it's going to be, oh my God, we lost. This is terrible. No, you're going to lose games. Yeah, energy is important. We're going well. But when we hit that bump in the road, we will hit a bump in the road. How do we react? That's what I want to see from the club. So forgive me after 8 games for not losing my mind and talking about winning titles. A lot of the Australian and the Scottish fans going, you don't know Ange. Ange wins titles. Yes, he does. And I love Ange. I was one of the first Spurs fans that wanted Ange. But winning a league title at Celtic is different to winning the league versus Klopp, versus Arteta, versus Pep Guardiola, Eddie Howe. Hugely different. So I'm keeping my feet on the ground. I think we can get Champions League football for sure. I think we definitely get Europa League football. Let's take it one step at a time. It's good. Some of the football's been very good. I think we've dropped off a tiny bit in the last few games. It's going to happen. You've only got an 11. Once you have to start bringing in the Skips and the Højbjergs and the Royals and the Davises, the football is going to drop off. It's natural. Once you start bringing in the Richarlisons who can't link up, who can't do one-touch football. But that's nature. So, feet on the ground for me. You guys, knock yourselves out. Go for it. We're going to win the league. I'm going to keep my feet on the ground. I'm going to try and remain calm and sensible. I've seen Spurs do this before. I've seen us top many times. I've seen us with new managers start brilliantly and everyone lose their mind. I learnt my lesson. I'm going to just stay grounded. This was meant to be a project, and everyone's saying, give the manager time, give him time, give him time. It's a project. They're now the ones losing that and saying, we're winning leagues, we're challenging for titles. Give the manager time. Please like, please subscribe. Join us later. We're going to have a watch along, actually, of Arsenal v Man City to see how our competitors are getting on. And then at 9 o'clock tonight, we've got the Spurs review, and join Sean Butler and his lads at 7:30 for episode 2 of Tottenham Takes. So join them then at 7:30 p.m. Then jump over to us at 9 o'clock. Thanks, everyone. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs. Unbeaten, top of the table. A very good, very, very good, great start to the season. Take care.